Elgato's Eve Aqua is one of the first, if not the first, smart HomeKit water controller to hit the market. Welcome everyone, it is Andrew here for AppleInsider, and we're going to check out how you can easily automate your watering with the Eve Aqua. Elgato makes some really awesome HomeKit products. We've reviewed a bunch of them between the Eve button, the Eve degree, the Eve room, there's motion sensors, there's a lot going on, but there have been very few movements as far as watering system goes for HomeKit. We saw a few earlier this year at CES, but this is, I think, maybe one of the first to actually hit the market and be available for sale. The idea is by attaching a device like the Eve Aqua to your outdoor spigot, you can control it from your phone, turn it on and off, set it for a certain amount of time, or completely schedule it and don't worry about it. If it's close enough to your home and you have a home hub, you can even control it remotely. Now you never have to worry about turning on a sprinkler system and forgetting to turn it off. It will even calculate how much water you're going through so you can better understand your consumption and know how much it's costing you to water your lawn or your garden. Inside the box of the Eve Aqua, you're going to find the actual unit itself, which is going to be pretty important. You're going to find a few different instructions and getting started guides, including a backup the HomeKit pairing code, and then you're going to find a couple of AA batteries. Like all of Elgato's products, this does run on batteries, which makes it really easy so you don't have to ever worry about having it plugged in. For something that runs outside and may not necessarily be near an outlet to begin with, running on batteries is pretty important. While we haven't had to test it long enough to see how long those batteries will actually last in real world use, we've got some pretty good battery life out of the other Elgato products that we should expect similar results here. Aside of the standard screw-on, you also have a little adapter depending on which hose you have, makes it really easy to go between. You also have a spare gasket just in case if something happens to the other one, gets lost, or it starts to leak. To get started with the Eve Aqua, it's pretty darn simple. You simply open up the actual top of the unit and insert the two batteries, then we're going to go ahead and pair it to HomeKit. I will say the actual setup process here was a bit weird. It was kind of awkward trying to open this up to actually insert the batteries. And inside it seems like it has kind of a stock off-the-shelf battery compartment, and it was a little bit difficult to really easily get them in there. Of course, it has to stay pretty waterproof because this thing is meant to be outside. It's got to be protected against UV rays, got to protect against any water getting into the inside compartment where those batteries are housed. Once we had a little bit of fiddling around, we were able to get those batteries in there, and they do come out really easily thanks to that little ribbon that's put in place. The actual battery insertion aside, we actually really like the design of the Eve Aqua. It has that more modern looking metal, aluminum, and black exterior that we're seeing with the more recent Elgato products. The original line were very plastic and had that white look. Now they all seem to have adopted this aluminum and black, and I definitely like it a lot better. On the left hand side, there is the HomeKit pairing code, which you can use to pair with the Home app, and they're using the more modern QR version rather than the simple 8 digits. The back of the unit is a little bit rounded and has the serial number printed on there if you ever needed to get support for whatever reason. Then of course, right up front is a physical button allowing you to actually turn the water on and off manually without having to use your phone at all. So that way when you're outside, you can just press that button, it'll turn on, water comes out, press it again, water turns off. It's really, really handy and honestly even easier than actually turning the spigot like you would normally have to do. Setting it up in HomeKit is also just as easy. We're going to open the Home app, hit Add Accessory, then scan that little QR code. It pretty much immediately found the Eve Aqua, and then we were able to associate it with a room. In our case, we're going to put this on our patio garden. We're going to tap on Done in the top right-hand corner, and then venture to the Rooms tab of the Home app. We're going to go from dining room over to our patio where we just added the Eve Aqua, and you can see the little sprinkler icon, and we can just tap to turn it on and off, 3D touch in to move that switch up or down, or get more granular by jumping into the settings. It did take a few moments, obviously, when making a change to actually send the command to the Eve Aqua, but then we saw the whirring noise of the actual motor turning that water on and off. Unlike other HomeKit accessories, the Aqua actually has the ability to have more or less a timer built in. So when it's turned on, it'll automatically turn off after a set amount of time, whether it's 5 minutes, 15, 20, or an hour. Once that's been set up, you actually can see the countdown clock happening inside of the switch when you 3D touch in. You can see the water is on, and there's 8 minutes and 20 seconds left on our watering system. This is a really good thing, so you never overwater your lawn or forget to turn this off. So what about getting into the more advanced stuff? Completely scheduling it so you don't have to do anything. That's all possible, but to do it, we have to use the Eve app. Luckily, the Eve app is by far one of the best apps out there for controlling HomeKit devices. So here we have the Eve Aqua. We've done a quick software update to give it a little bit more functionality like schedules. You can see here it turned on or off, turning on or off the schedules, when it was last watered, the default duration, and estimated consumption. The schedules are what we really want to look at because that's one of the biggest advantages here, not having to worry about it and scheduling this to work by itself. By default, you have a weekday view along the top and you can turn on or off any day that you'd like. So perhaps we want to water this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. We want to water it twice a day, so how about in the morning and then again in the evening for 20 minutes each time. So here we have it. We turn it on at 6:15 in the morning and water it for 20 minutes. Then at around 6:15 at night, it again is going to turn off after 20 minutes. However, what's nice about using the Elgato app is you have a lot more flexibility when it comes to how much time. You're not tied just to 20 minutes. You can actually increase that to a whole lot more. We can see that here on our second program, where you want to kind of do the inverse of the original days. But instead of watering it twice a day on these off days, we want to water it just for one time a day for again 20 minutes. But you could see how we had a lot more options on this list than in the home app. We can go all the way up to 4 hours. For bigger lawns or other situations, you might want those larger amounts of time. And that is something you can do in the Eve app that you can't do in the home app. So there we have it. There's our schedule. On those 4 days a week, it's going to get watered twice, morning and night. And on the off days, it's just going to get watered once in the morning. What's particularly nice about this is not always reliant on a constant connection with your HomeKit devices. This can actually run on the Eve Aqua itself. It'll actually take that schedule and put it on the Eve Aqua. Then it just stays there and can run completely autonomous of your phone or your home hub. This was a big concern that we had because this is outside. You may not always have that constant connection. And luckily, this makes it work really, really well. When we look at the home app, there are some odd limitations that we've noticed. For instance, you can't do everything in the home app that you can do with other accessories. For instance, if we want to run a specific automation, setting it up in the home app instead, you can't do that. If I want to do it based on the time of day or when a button is pressed, it doesn't let me. It doesn't show up as an applicable accessory inside of my patio. It's just not there. The same thing happens when we try to create a scene that automatically turns on the water. We have the plus button, tap on scene, and create a new one when we have tap custom. It again doesn't give us the option of adding the Eve Aqua in the accessories pane. Hopefully that is just a temporary limitation and not something imposed by the Aqua itself, but from actual HomeKit and Apple. Luckily, you can still do other things like using Siri, just asking Siri to turn on the patio water or water the flowers on the patio. All those things will work and it works pretty well. It works really quick and it automatically sets that timer letting me know how long that it has. You can adjust that using Siri as well. So if I want to say turn on the Eve Aqua for 30 minutes, it knows the Eve Aqua is on, but it's going to adjust it down to 30 minutes instead. Then every time I go to turn on the Aqua on the patio, it'll automatically use that 30 minutes instead of the hour that is previously set for. Now this is all well and good here in the studio, but it's time to get outside and see how this works in the real world. We set it up on our garden using two different methods, and they're probably the most common methods that people are going to use. First, we attach it to our spigot. Then we attached a hose with one of two things on the end. First, we tried it with a sprinkler, just allowing it to give a big, large area for either a lawn or, in this case, a garden. Alternatively, we also attached a soaker hose. The soaker hose was kind of my favorite. It was really easy, you don't even notice that's going on. We tried this a few different times, and it worked just as we expected it to. In the sweltering heat wave that we've been currently experiencing, this has been just a breath of fresh air. It is so much easier just to throw this thing on, throw on the soaker hose or the sprinkler, and let it do its thing. In one of our days of testing it actually started to rain, so it was really easy for me just to get on my phone and turn off the schedule so that I wasn't unnecessarily watering my garden. It wouldn't do that automatically based on the weather, but it was still really easy for me to adjust without having to go out there and do a single thing. The Eve Aqua is one of the first of a series of different faucet-type devices that we've seen coming to HomeKit, and we're really excited for it. It works really well. We had pretty much no qualms at all in our testing. It worked just as we would want it to work. It was fast, it was responsive, and best of all, it allowed us to be completely hands-off with our gardening. Now we just have to run out when we actually need to weed things or pick all of our vegetables. Some smart home devices are a little bit hard to justify, where they do almost the exact same thing as their offline counterparts. But the Eve Aqua is really, really handy, and I love it, not only just to keep the lawn happy, but our garden as well. You can pick up an Eve Aqua for yourself at the link below in the description and let us know what you think in the comments.
If you enjoyed this video, like it and hit that subscribe button. Also, check out our price guide, which makes it extremely easy to find the best deals on Apple products updated daily. Be sure to follow us on social media, and we'll see you in the next video.